Hey, good morning, folks. I am up and out of the house again today, and we got some fun stuff going on. We have access to a church completely by ourselves, and we're going to be installing a projector screen, and hanging some speakers and a sound system inside of a fellowship hall. So let's go. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, thanks for stopping by. On this channel we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Alright, now just to show you how big this screen is, I'm all the way up against the wall and it's still kind of tight here. So I still got some speakers and stuff to load, but I need to hurry up and get on the road. Alright, so we're here, so got a bunch of stuff that we're going to be unloading, and that's what's going to be installed. And in my rush, I left my ladder in the garage, so I'm going to have to go to a Lowe's or a Home Depot here and pick up another ladder so we can get started. But hey, should have prepared better. I was in a rush, so you live and learn. Alright, so I'm here. We're here in the fellowship hall here at Mount Zion First African Baptist Church here in Charlottesville, and we're bringing in the stuff. So we're going to pull down all this stuff here that's on the platform. All that's going to go away. We have the 125-inch screen that we're going to hang up, and then we'll go from there. So cue the montage of cleaning up. So it took a little bit longer than I thought. We cleaned up everything here on the stage here, and now we just gotta find the center of where we're gonna put this screen, and then that will give us to where we can put the projector. And I think that's gonna be the main thing we finish up today, and then we'll be back to do some of the speakers on the ceiling. All right, obviously I'm here in the ceiling. We have this plate that's pre-made that actually will fit inside of this drop ceiling. So technically we just gotta cut one of the tiles to fit so that it can fit here, or we can get like some bracing here to go in between. And this is not sturdy enough, even though the projector is light, to hang without some type of securing. So it comes with some metal security wires that we will screw in right there. There's a wood beam right there, and that's where we're going to screw that in, and that will give this some more stability to hold for security, even though the projector is only about like 15 pounds. All right, so we were able to get a lot knocked out, not as much as what we planned, but we'll be back tomorrow. We got the projector up, as you can see there, and then we got everything in the front cleared up, and we got it marked off, so we're gonna be back. I need to get some self-tapping screws to go into the steel studs to hang the projector screen. Then gonna start, kind of got an idea where I want the speakers to go. Got the rack mount that we got to hang. We'll find a place to put that, but we'll be back tomorrow for that. All right, folks, we're here. Day 2. Pretty much the cabling and stuff like that the mounting for the projector screen, we're actually going a different way. I ended up ordering 2-day mounts from the people who make the screen because of the wall joist that we have. Probably instead of trying to rig up something, just going to order something from them. That's supposed to be here, as well as some banana clips for all of the wiring, which make that a lot easier to do. Now that I think about it, I guess I should have had that with me here. But what I'm planning on doing now is finding a placement for all the speakers and mounting those, cutting the holes for that and putting that up, and trying to clean up as much, and maybe try and mount the rack where the new AV equipment is going to go. So I'm just going to figure that out. But that's mainly it. It's just me here today, just because of everything that's going on. So I'm here by myself, and I can pretty much got the lay of the land and the run of the building right now. So let's go ahead and get some work done. All right, so now based on our placement and how many speakers we're going to do, good thing this makes the math easy. Based off of where the projector is right there, that is the 21st row, so we can do 10 on each side. So I'm going to start off with 5 over, 5 over, and then I'm going to do another row of speakers back, so that's 5 right there. Then we're going to come back some more, and then we're going to put some more additional ones here beyond this support beam on this other side. So we're probably going to put 2 there. So we have a total of 8 speakers. So we got 1, 2. I actually might put some up in a row now that I look at it. I might put one right in front of that light right there. So we'll have 1, 2, 3. Probably put one right here. 4, 5, 6. And then I might put some in the corners over there. So that's what we're going to go with for right now. All right, so these are the Yamaha NSIC 600s, ones we're going to be putting here. So we got our little cutout template, and it comes 2 speakers in a box. So light in comparison. We will come back and put some bracing on here just in case. Now I did place these on those specific tiles because there is I think a bunch of 2x6s up there that I can screw into, so we can put security wire here to hold them just in case, just like we did with the projector. These are the grills. And here's speaker number 2, but I don't need that one on this one. We're only going to place one on each portion here. So, and the way this will work is cut a hole. This is obviously going to sit right here, and then you got these little flanges that you screw into, and then these will brace against this piece right here. And that's the reason I was getting some banana clips, because I can put the wiring in here, because we're going to be daisy chaining these. So instead of running every cable back to where our amp is, we're going to daisy chain these together, unless I have to change that. But that's how we're going to do that. Put the clips in there, boom, and then that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and cut a hole in this and then get this straight. All right, 1 down, 7 to go. All right, so we got 6 speakers in the ceiling. You can probably see a couple of them here if they're off shot, like right there. We got 2 more that I'm gonna put on the stage, but I pretty much called the Minister of Music up here, who's the one that helped organize this whole thing, and I wanted to show him this. So he was kind of blown away with the picture quality, and that's the Panasonic that we talked about that's already up. I hooked it up with the Ori HDMI extender. That's what that white cable is, going all the way over there to my ASRock A300. You can barely see on the table right there because I needed something to work with. So he's happy so far. So what we're gonna do is put 2 more speakers, one right there and another one right there. Then all the speakers are done, and I'm gonna prep some of the stereo cable, excuse me, and I'm waiting for the banana clips to come in, and then I will hook that up. And then now I gotta find a place where we're gonna put the rack that's gonna hold the Blu-ray player, DVD player, whatever that's gonna be connected to this. Now, I know some people said, how come I don't use HDMI to SDI, SDI to HDMI? Technically, because at the time when we were trying to order it, didn't have it in stock. What I am thinking about doing though is using the HD-Base-T, because I think they already have something here in place. When I was in the ceiling, I saw an Ethernet cable that's coming from the Sanctuary. I'm gonna trace that. If that's there, I'm gonna put the HD-Base-T, this one that I'm using right now, in the Sanctuary, and that's what's gonna feed into this. But in the walls, in the rack, I actually have an SDI to HDMI, and I have another one at home, the reverse. I would get an SDI cable, and we're gonna put a jack on the wall. That's for when people are here in the fellowship hall and they wanna connect to that, we can hook it up. Me personally, what I really want to do is put it on the network, and then I don't have to run any cables there. But again, they have a DVD player and stuff like that that wants to be hooked up to this. So that's what I'm gonna be most likely using the SDI to HDMI for that. All right, we are done with day 2. Got a lot of stuff done. I still need to get another tile here and a brace, T-bar, whatever it's called, for this drop ceiling to fit that piece there to cover that up. Somebody else is gonna come, an electrician is gonna come and run electricity, so I don't have all these cables running like I do right now. We are actually, I don't know if you can see it, right there near the fire hydrant, right there, and my mic is blocking my zoom on this, but right there is where we're gonna put the rack that's on the table. That's gonna put the cable, all that other stuff for TV, things in there. And I had to think it needs to be some electricity near there, so I'm gonna probably have to get the electrician to put an outlet near there as well too. I'm trying to think, what else do I got? The parts for the screen should be here by then, so now that I already got the screen centered, I'm just going to hang that screen up there with the mounts that are from Elite Screen. So there are like some L brackets that just hang on the wall, be able to, and I also, hold on, let me change the subject. The bolts that actually hold the rack won't fit because those are steel beams behind there that took me a while to drill through. So I'm gonna use some toggle bolts to hold those in place, and then I'm also gonna get some for the L brackets that are gonna be for the screen because their steel studs is there too. So we'll drill through those, hang that, which I should be able to do it by myself because it's not very heavy. It's maybe 20 pounds. Plus I got 2 ladders, so I just put one up on one end, hold it up, then get on the other side and lift the other one up. Then be straight. I need to get sound because the sound is going to be coming into the sanctuary, from the sanctuary into here over the HD-Base-T. Or the SDI, I haven't decided yet. I think it's probably going to be the Ethernet because that's going to be the cheaper price, and that's what I have access to right now. That's gonna bring sound into this, but there's audio out from the projector, which is gonna go into the sound system. So the same way when we play a DVD, a Blu-ray, or something like that, sound is gonna go into the projector, then sound out is gonna go into the sound system, which is in the speakers that we have here. Now I'm gonna start daisy chaining from here probably do them in line and then bridge over and then bring a line down. I need to find out what's behind that wall, if I can get into it. If not, I'm gonna have a conduit running down the corner of the wall, and that's what's gonna hide all the wires. So very productive day. Let me clean up and then get on the road and head back to the house. This is day 3 and everything came in. So the plan today is to wire up the speakers, daisy chain them all together, hook them up to the amp, then hook them up to the soundboard, make sure we get some type of sound out of them, make sure there's no issues with them, hang the screen because all the parts came in, as well as hang the AV rack and run as many cables as possible over there, hook up the TV and all this other stuff. I'm probably gonna need to find out which cable is which. Look back to the pictures that I took originally to see which cables are which for TV and everything, and reroute them all the way to where the AV closet, the rack, is gonna be now. I am going to order, I'm gonna decide which way I'm gonna go. I have SDI connections, so either I'm gonna have SDI in here that goes to the AV rack, or I'm gonna have SDI that's going into the sanctuary. It all depends. I haven't decided which one yet, but I have everything here except for the cable. And everywhere I'm looking to get the cable, it pretty much is not gonna be available until the end of April. Unless I try somewhere else. I was just looking at Amazon and BH Photo, but we'll try that out again. I also need to get an HDMI switcher, which is gonna sit inside the AV rack because there are 3 devices that are gonna be hooked up to that. Also gonna put a wall plate so that somebody can plug in an HDMI cable into the wall to connect to the projector. Also, I need to run a network cable for the projector so that people, honestly, I would hope they would connect over network instead of connecting into the wall. But I want to hook up all the connections as possible. And I think that's what we're going to get knocked out today. So let's get started. So screen is up, decided to go with the box on the side. They're gonna put a lock box so that nobody just randomly isn't hitting the button. Kind of a little bit disappointed because I thought the remote and the button on the side will work at the same time because it has an IR reader. I don't know why it's not working, but thankfully they decided they're gonna put a lock box around it. I'm just running the cables up right now to close that off, and then I'm gonna go back up and start running these speaker cables. Actually, I might hold off on that. I might actually go ahead and knock out hanging this rack mount. I think I'm gonna do that. Whew. So, got everything here. I sampled a little bit of video, a very short video, because I'm playing a track that I don't own. Actually know the guy who's singing the song. My sister actually sang with him. But anyway, hooked up one speaker, and this thing is loud. And I only hooked up one, but we got the rack set up. We got the screen and everything set up. Obviously the projector here, guys gonna come back and wire that. I have the SDI to HDMI adapter that's gonna go up there, gonna be Velcroed on top of there. Close that, another ceiling tile to close that up. All that power cable's not gonna be there. You see the rack is against the wall. Now I just gotta pretty much just run the speaker wires together and then have everything terminate over there and place the amp over there. And then I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the soundboard. They didn't tell me where that's gonna go. I'm not here for that, and then I have to put a plate on the wall for an HDMI jack for people to plug into. We're gonna move that fire extinguisher, and I think that's it. I was cleaning up my mess while I was here, so I don't have that much to clean up. I just got to take that to the dumpster, and that's about it. Hey folks, I'm back here, and hopefully I got everything in, so I should be able to finish wiring up everything here in the ceiling. I'm pulling the cable right now to run audio to the into the projector, will pull sound out of the projector, that is, and then it's gonna go to our sound system over there, and I'm gonna run daisy chain all of the speakers together and then hook up everything and be able to test. I also got another extender that I can hook the projector up to the system in the sanctuary. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to that today, but main thing is I wanna have all the sound and everything running in here. So let's go. Alright, so let's see what we've got so far. I have pulled all the wiring, and I need to go and get a pass-through plate for there. But we're wiring up the Blu-ray player. The amp is going to be down here, so that's why I have this XLR, which is not necessarily for this, is going to be tied into the mixer, which will probably be around here somewhere. They still haven't decided where it's going to be, but I have the Cat 6 cable that's going to go to the HD base T adapter that's going to go in here that goes directly to the projector. I have an HDMI switch here, so we're going to have another plug I'm going to put down here for somebody to come in with a laptop and plug in, because they have a 25 to 50 foot HDMI cable that we're going to repurpose. So if they're doing presentations, they can plug in right here. That will switch, and then that goes into the HD base T, which runs all the way over to the projector. I'm probably gonna strap it up somewhere because it comes with a remote, so it can switch on and off from there. They're also gonna come and put some outlet down here. Here's their stuff here. They're gonna come back and do that for me, as well as put one up there and one for the screen. At this point, now I'm going to turn my attention to daisy chaining the speakers, because I already have this speaker wired. That is what this one is coming to. And then now I'm just going to daisy chain probably all of those to that one, then, you know, off of there. And, you know, if that doesn't work, then I'm going to have to do them sequentially and probably go around here and then back in some way like that. Yeah, so probably from here, here, here. Well, actually, I forgot. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to here. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now after terminating this Cat 6 cable up here. I am really excited because I think we got the majority of this stuff done. Some stuff didn't get done the way I wanted it to today, but what we got so far is we got the sound system set up. I've already tested it. All of the wires to the speakers have been done. What I just did now is I'm testing out the screen again, and I want to explain how this is working. So this is going to be the HDMI over Cat 6 extender that's going to stay in this room, but the HD base T is going to go into the sanctuary. So watch with me. We have whatever device, a Blu-ray player right now, coming out over HDMI, HDMI going to the Cat 6. The Cat 6 is coming up here to, and this is just a temporary location, to the other receiver of the HDMI extender. HDMI is coming into the projector. Audio out from the projector is going back over an XLR cable. Let's come all the way down this ladder. XLR cable in the ceiling, which is coming through here and into channel 1 of the board. So whatever is going, now this is where it's actually going to stay. So the Blu-ray player will go here. This is a 3-in, 1-out HDMI switch. So this, we're playing the Blu-ray, is going to come into this, output into the extender, which is actually going to be here. The HDMI over Ethernet extender. Ethernet's going to run, which is here, which is, I don't have terminated right now, but that's what goes over here. That's what's plugged in. So sound is going to the projector, but sound out is coming right back over here. Now, technically, I could have just ran the sound here, but the reason why we're doing this is when we run the HD base T from the sanctuary, we're going to be getting sound from that cable here, and we need to make sure that the sound is local here, because the main problem that I've had in other churches, like in my church, is that the speakers were ran already, and then we're trying to add video, and because the audio is coming directly from the sound system without any delay, or like a Behringer Shark type of audio delay, the audio is going to come here first before the video. So in this setup, since we're already testing it here, the sound works. So when we come from sound from the sanctuary into the projector over HD base T, which is bringing sound as well, the sound is going to loop out into the speakers, so the video and sound will be in sync here, because there are no speakers in here that are tied to the sound system in the sanctuary. So thankfully, all of it works. I'm going to play it for the same thing I was playing before when I was showing the demo, and I'm only putting it in for a little second because I don't need to be hit with copyright, even though I know the guy who actually sings that song. Let's play this real quick. So as you can see, sound is coming through here. All right, so that's really cool. So I'm getting something, I'm not even nowhere close to maxing this system out. So this obviously needs to be tweaked, but the good thing is the sound and everything is working. I need to put a brace here just to make sure that this amp can be held inside of this rack. The back sags a little bit, so I might put find something to clamp it onto the side here, the rails inside of that. The only thing else I have is I need to get a pass-through right there for that, so that the cables will go through perfectly fine and smooth. The bottom has already been connected, so this is another jack that's connected to this HDMI cable. So if somebody wants to do a presentation, they can connect, get the sound, everything will go into the projector as well too. So the main stuff that I needed to do today and in the system is done. I'm just waiting for the guys to come in and put an electrical outlet under here, as well as put an electrical outlet in the projector on that little plate right there. I don't know if you can see it, the little cutout for a outlet right there, which is going to be the projector, as well as the HDMI extender is going to be plugged into there. And then we need another outlet that's going to be closer here to the ceiling, so we don't have this long extension cord for the screen. And the only last thing, I need to find a smaller tile to cover up that hole. And then we just got to trace back the the Ethernet cable running from the sanctuary over here, or I'm just going to have to pull another one. And the good thing is I just have to put the HD base T extender on that side and just run Ethernet here, nothing else. So I am really excited that this is all done. I know the pastor said that they had a couple of meetings and he was showing off everything inside of here. So it makes me really proud that the work that I'm doing, that the church really likes what we're doing here. So that's really cool. And the speakers in here crank. So I don't even have them that loud, but they were rocking. So I'm the only one here. So let me clean up my mess, and then I'm ahead on the road to get back home. And I will come back to y'all when we have the final of everything done inside of here. All right, so we're done. You see the sound system is over there, all installed, wireless mics. Got everything up here set up, TV ran, cable extended, HD base T running from the sanctuary over here. Everything is done. We had a bunch of people up here, liked what they're seeing. I think we still wanted to test out a movie if they haven't done it since I was left to the store to get a coupler. But besides that, everything is all good. Thank you again, Mount Zion First African Baptist Church here in Charlottesville, Virginia. Really appreciate allowing us to come up here and hook up your fellowship hall. So I hope y'all enjoyed this whole process. If it wasn't for what people call Voldemort or whatever that's going on, this probably would have been able to get done in about 3 days, 3 to 4 days, but it kind of messed up the timing with everything because we started, then the shutdown happened, and then yeah. So anyway, pretty much it's just been me. So anyway, if you like this type of content, I appreciate a like, consider subscribing, and hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. And if you ever are interested in wanting us to come here and do some stuff like that for your church, video systems, sound systems, all this other stuff, contact me by the email. And especially with what's going on, obviously, if it's local, I could probably do something. But when all this passes, and this too shall pass, hit me up and we'll see what we can do. So anyway, this is AJ. We'll see you on the next video. Later.